name is Gregor Mendel. I'm an Australian botanist, monk and scientist. I was born in 1822 on July 22. I was the father of modern genetics. I discovered the basic principles of heredity, and the most important experiment I did was the pea plants experiment in 1854. The most known experiment I did was the hybrid plants experiment, in which it lasted 8 years. I used 10,000 plants and I discovered the laws of inheritance. With this little chart I can make a summary of it, and it consisted of crossing plants, like tall and short plants, so I can see which was the dominant traits. This experiment was kind of difficult to do it because in those years I didn't have the technology we have nowadays, and it took me a lot of time to do it, but I'm happy that it still helps people nowadays. The laws of inheritance were part of my experiment of the peace plant. So the first law that I discovered was the law of segregation, in which when the gamete forms, each gamete carries only one allele per gene. The second one is the law of independent assortment. That explains that the segregation of alleles for one gene occurs independently to that of any other gene. And the third one, that is the last one, is the law of dominance. That explains that the recessive alleles will be masked by dominant alleles. The Punnett square is a graphical representation of the possible genotypes of an offspring. Well, I'm going to explain the Punnett square, which has for male and female. So, the parents may have the A, this is like, for example, the mother and the father. The big A is the dominant, and the small one is the recessive. So this is gonna be and for example, if the parents have the small a as albinism, there is 25% that child is albino. Influence that was for me was the school that I went, that it emphasized the natural sciences to the students. It showed the beekeeping and how to grow fruit.